New gameplay and more information from Resident Evil 4 Remake just went out, and I want to say, holy, that's a lot for 2 days. And in today's video we're going to talk about all the things we missed from this gameplay, and trust me, there is a lot to talk about. Because the gameplay was short, but the amount of details in this game is unbelievable. So let's not waste any time and jump into this video. First of all, let's just start with this scene. In this scene, we can see Leon walking through this foggy room, and in this room we can see a lot of things. First, if we take a closer look, we can see the same skeleton wrapped in bandage that we saw in the second trailer, and I think this is the same room but from a different angle. The other thing that I noticed and I think is so creepy is that we can see a lot of chairs in this room, probably for a ritual or a cult meeting, and some of them are small, probably for children. And I love this because it adds a lot of details into the environment and storytelling. In here we can see 2 wooden boxes of supplies. The other thing that got my attention is this. It seems this was something that developers wanted to hide it for this footage for some reason. We don't know the real reason behind this, and we can't tell what this is about. Maybe it's an autosave that appears for easier difficulties. Now moving on, we can see that Leon crouches to get closer to Ganado without him noticing. And right here we can see that something about Ashley is changed, and based on this I think developers changed how we command Ashley. In the original we could command Ashley to wait here and Ashley wouldn't move, but now I think we can put Ashley into defense mode because we can see her moving, but she's very careful. And when Leon clears the area, we can see Ashley rushing into Leon and standing behind him. Right after, Leon commands him to do so. Game art director Mr. Nakaoka talks about the variety in locations and how they didn't remove any of old locations in the game, but now each of these locations also has sub-locations or special areas that we can explore. And I love that. I love how Capcom is learning from their mistakes and improving upon it. Adding new locations is not a bad thing, actually is awesome, as long as they don't remove any of the old and original locations from the game. The other thing that he talked about is that now every character has his own unique appeal, both for main characters and enemies. And they talked about how they experimented with Dr. Salvador and how they tried different things for his look, but ultimately concluded that this is just a regular guy with a chainsaw and a shawl bag over his head. And to be honest, they're going for the right path because that's what makes him scary. A normal guy with madness in his look and voice. Now into the famous cabin fight. Now in this gameplay, there is not a lot of secret details, but there are a lot of interesting mechanics that are shown here. For starter, the dialogues that Leon and Luis tell to each other shows how depths they added to their characters.
We'd be good to go. Lighten up. This should hold for a while.
And that's a good thing. Just like RE2, it gives the characters that feeling that they are alive. Here we can see that Leon picks up some planks and border up a window, and it's a reused mechanics from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Sniper in action looks so smooth, not gonna lie, I can't wait to get my hands on that juicy snipers. And in here we can see a real-time footage of a Ganado head popping and a Plaga coming out of it, which in the original game were called Plaga Type A. And let's just pay attention to this cool effect. That when one of the tentacles hit the light on the ceiling, sparks come out. And I have to say, this attention to details is remarkable. Now in this scene we can see Luis and Leon are in another room. It seems it's the second floor of the cabin, and in it there is a lot of details added to this room, which means more storytelling through the environment. And I love this. Now here we got our first look at this cow-headed beast. And here Mr. Nakaoka explained that these enemies were added toward the very end of the development, when the game was almost finished. And when they were running through the game, they felt something was missing in this game, a bull killer strong enemy. Because of his mask, this enemy can't see, and he spins around and attacks everyone in his way, even the Ganados. The last thing that I notice happens in the last second. In it, we can see Leon using his knife to parry the giant monster's attack, but Leon fails in that and get beaten. Now, I think this is very interesting because I think the person who was playing as Leon uses the parry in time but fails. We can even see the Leon pulling out his knife. Maybe this is a mechanic that you can't parry the heavy attacks, but you can try. Or maybe he just missed out on timing. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a big old thumbs up and maybe share it with your friends. And if you're new here and love Resident Evil, check out my channel. I'm Arshia and this is Redfield. See you guys in the next video. Funny, I'm working on my next video, but all these information dropping won't let me to finish it. I hope I finish them by end of this week.